Thank you very much. Thank you to my fake studio audience. Today we are going to have another edition of Open House with Mr. Jensen. Your particular edition will be Art History. Art History is a neat class. It's one that I think I'm uniquely qualified to teach. I'm certified in art. I'm certified in history. It's art history. The way that we teach art history is kind of neat. What we'll do is we'll learn a little bit about the history. We'll look at the art that was created during that time period, try to make a connection between the culture and the art. It seems that the art is always influenced by the culture and the culture always influences art, and that art can often be a really good primary source to learn about what was happening during that time period, as well as what was going on sometimes in the mind and the life of the artist. It's kind of a neat way to approach history. It's kind of a neat way to approach art. Then what we'll do is after we learn about the art, after we learn about the history, we'll take usually 3, sometimes 4 days a week where we will try to use one of the methods from that period of history to create our own art and to reflect what's going on in our world and our culture using some of the techniques from the time period that the art that we learn about. And then we'll end every unit with some time where we share our art and we try to make some reflections and make some connections, both about what we were learning from that period of history and their art, and what the art that we're creating is telling us about our influences and the things that are going on in our lives. The class is usually a lot of fun. It is a very neat way to learn to see art and to experience art. I think by making some art at the same time, it gives you a kind of a connection to the whole process. And at the very least, our children should have a better understanding of art, history, and be able to talk with some sense of intelligence about maybe how art and aesthetics affects our world. I hope it will be a good class, and I hope everybody will enjoy it. What do the kids need to do to be successful? Well, they don't really need to be great artists. To be honest, it's a class where we're going to really focus on kind of learning the concepts of art. If you are great at art, excellent. You're going to make better art, and you'll certainly enjoy it. But you don't necessarily have to be good at drawing and painting or sculpting in order to do well in the class, because what we're trying to do is show that we understand the concepts, and then we'll use whatever your art skills are on any given project to kind of show what you're trying to do. It's more the concept of what the art is than the actual finished product. So if you've got the skills, wonderful, it'll be a lot of fun. If you don't have the skills, wonderful, it'll be a lot of fun. The kids should get something good out of it. The best way to get a hold of me, I think, if something is going wrong, and usually the only way that things go wrong is if someone is not putting in an effort or not turning in assignments. Generally, the grades go relatively well as long as people are kind of taking part of the process and turning all the things that they need. The grades usually will take care of themselves. The best way to get a hold of me, though, is probably through my email. I check my email a couple times a day. I will check Schoology usually once a day. You can leave me a voicemail on the school's phone system, but because only a little light goes up and I'm not always great at details and don't notice, sometimes it might be a day or two before I notice a voicemail. If you need to get a hold of me in an emergency, call the office and we'll try to connect you through. Most days I'm here an hour before school. I'm usually here a little bit after school. Certain parts of the year I'll be coaching and be a little busier, but I promise that if you get a hold of me and need something, I will try to get back to you within 24 hours. I hope that everybody enjoys art history as much as I do. It should be a lot of fun, and we hope that the students are bringing home some things that'll make you proud. Thanks a lot. Bye.